Okay then guys, so we're going to be doing another race as Nyck De Vries in this sort of one season wonder that we're doing here. Last race went pretty well. If you do want to see how well that is, then you can go in the link in the description. Should be the third link in the description. You can go and watch the last video from that. Right, so we've already fallen behind Haas and I believe McLaren. Maybe we're behind McLaren, but yeah, I'm going to do some upgrades here. Also, we're clearly weakest in the chassis, so it's probably best to just focus on that, really. Yeah, we're pretty bad in the chassis compared to literally everything else. So probably the goal is to just get the chassis a lot better and maybe improve the aerodynamics a little bit more. I think our engine is all right. All right, here we go. Qualifying here at Jeddah. Looking forward to this one. This track is always good to drive just because it flows really nicely. I prefer it on F1 2021, if I'm being really honest here, but F1 2022's Jeddah is not too bad. All right. Right, we're going to do our first lap here nice and early. I'm hoping that the pace is actually going to be decent here, just because I've actually recently installed a mod onto my brakes that's made the travel just a little bit shorter. Well, I say a little bit, it's actually significantly shorter. Yeah, I'll probably leave a link in the description or something. Oh, a bit deep there. Again, just getting used to these brake pedals since it's significantly shorter of a brake travel. Not too bad. We are behind the McLarens, which is slightly disappointing, but we could do better than this on our second and third lap anyway. And once again, we hit that wall. It's just so hard to get the traction down quickly and avoid that wall, because if you lift, then you're just gonna lose so much time. Yeah, this has been a much better lap though. We're nearly 8 tenths up right now. Okay, yeah, I lost time again there. Just a little bit of a lock up, but it's fine, it's fine. And yeah, there we go, P7. Better than Perez? Surely not. The 2022 Red Bull is quick in a straight line. I'm surprised about that. Perez just had an absolute stinker of a lap there. Wow, so Tsunoda's got a lot of work to do here. 6 tenths slower than me. I will say to you guys, I am using 110 as a difficulty in this one, just in case you guys were actually curious as to what AI I'm using. But we're about to go out for our final lap, so let's see what we can do. Hopefully we can improve, because I suspect the AI to improve, especially Sergio Perez and maybe even Ocon. So we want to try and get into the 27s if we can. That'd actually put us in P4. All right, as I'm just about to start the final lap, we're currently sitting in P8. So I'm assuming that quite a few of the guys have gotten into the 27s. If we get to the 27, doesn't necessarily mean we'll be P4. We don't hit the wall, but we don't gain as much time. I thought we would gain more time there since we didn't hit the wall this lap. Much better of a final corner. That was way better, and you can see that from the fact that we gained like a tenth and a half across the line. And where's that gonna put us? What can I say? What can I say? Beautiful lap there. P3. We must have gotten in the 27s then. 444, we absolutely smashed it. Wow, what a lap. That's a big lap from an AlphaTauri, I'll tell you that. I mean, look at Tsunoda. Tsunoda actually didn't improve. He actually got the exact same time as Daniel Ricciardo, so very competitive between those two. But yeah, he's literally almost a second slower than me. So yeah. This should be a race where we could potentially even battle for the win. As I said, I am using 110, but this track is notorious for being a little bit slower with the AI. So as the season goes on and we do more difficult tracks, that will sort of even itself out. But let's get into the race and let's try and get some big points, potentially even a win. All right, so what I'm going to do is throughout the season, I am going to be mixing things up a little bit with the tire strategy just to make it a little bit more interesting. I'll probably throw a couple 2-stops in there as well, but for this one, I'm actually just going to stick with exactly the strategy that was given to me by the team. We'll just do a mediums to hards and see how that goes. So let's get started and let's see if we can potentially win here at Jeddah. There we go. We've got 5 red lights here at Jeddah, and it's a quick lights out and away we go. I actually wasn't expecting that, so we're definitely going to lose a position or two. Yeah, I definitely wasn't expecting that. Let's see if we can sort of squeeze our way here to not lose too many positions. Not the best exit from Alonso. We almost got the position back there. Sadly didn't. Traction just wasn't good enough. All right, the heavier fuel load and stuff has really hurt us here at the start of this race. We lost quite a lot of time, but just luckily for us, our straight line speed is making up for it. The engine's really good, and the wing setup allows us to go pretty quick as well. So if we could just keep in the DRS of Alonso, try and pass him, and then work our way back up to Sainz, we'll be in the position that we qualified in. Which is better than a net negative, which is what we're experiencing right now. We've got Hamilton behind us and Norris as well, both who's looking pretty hungry for the position. Well, the first sector is definitely our weakest sector, and that's probably due to our setup, but also the chassis is the weakest part of the car, so that might help with the sort of weight transfer and stuff like that. So clearly as long as we have a decent first sector, then we're on for a good lap. But right now our pace is not looking that great actually, because we're still behind Alonso and Sainz is actually gapping Alonso. Might need to use some more of my ERS here because we're going to need to push. I don't want to lose too much time to the guys ahead. They're still together, but they are gapping Alonso. Okay, yeah, the first sector, we lose so much time in the first sector. I mean, we gain here and in the third sector, we gain so much, but it's not really helping because we're losing all of that in the first sector, which means we're sort of at a stalemate here between myself and Alonso because we're just not in a position at the right time to make the overtake. DRS is hopefully going to help massively here. We are locking up a little bit. Again, just trying to get used to the new mods on my brake. Let's use our ERS here. We need to try and make the overtake happen since we're so weak in the first sector. Brake super late. Have to give Alonso the room though. Is he going to go for the switchback? No, he's not. He stays behind us. And we're 2.6 seconds behind Carlos Sainz. I mean, Hamilton did retire in the last race, so Russell is winning in terms of teammate game. But we'll see if he can actually do what he did in real life and actually beat Hamilton in the championship in his first season with a Mercedes. Technically, second season. In this little playthrough, but you know what I mean. All right, Alonso's a lot closer to us now with DRS. This could be it. He's about a 10th away. Very close. Oh, he goes for the send. Oh, I was not expecting that. Okay. Whoa, that sort of put me offline. I wasn't expecting him to go for that because it was still a white arrow. Okay, well, we're just going to have to use our raw pace and width here as Alonso goes for the send into turn 21. Not the best place. And he's actually let Perez overtake him thanks to that. However, we do have our ERS locked. So we're just going to have to use our raw engine here whilst fighting off people who's got DRS. This is not necessarily the time for us to have issues. But there you go. We've got them. We'll have to deal with them. I'm going to go defensive straight away. That's not going to be enough to keep Perez behind. If we had our ERS, then maybe, but we don't. I was thinking about going for the send here, but it's just not worth it, just in case it goes wrong. I think it was behind us, but the way, yeah, it was one of the McLarens. Please, safety car, safety car, safety car, safety car. Come on, everyone had to pass him on track. How was that not a safety car? As Lando Norris is out of this race. Thank you. How did it take so long for that safety car to come out? To be honest, guys, I'm not sure if the safety car taking that long is really a good thing. I mean, you think it would be a good thing because it's potentially put us ahead of the guys who are in front, like Max and Leclerc and Sainz, just because the safety car came out so late that they had already passed the pit by the time it came out. But I don't know if that's really any much better because our car right now is not feeling great, and this hard tire is not going to really be any much better than the mediums. I mean, you never know, could be, but for now I just don't really see it being any better than the medium. So yeah, also with a safety car coming out right now, I'm actually 50-50. If we had actually done our usual strategy of starting on the hards and then going on to the mediums, we would have been in a much better position, I feel, because our tires would have been quicker than Perez, who is going to be... Wait, what? Leclerc's on hards. Have they pit? Surely not. When did they pit? I didn't see them pit. The only person who hasn't pit is Carlos Sainz. What? I am so confused. When did Max and Charles pit? I could have sworn they were already past the pit lane when the safety car came out. Maybe they wasn't. I swear on what? I'm so confused. Well, safety car's ending and Sainz has still not gone into the pits. I'll check again, but I'm pretty sure he hasn't pit. Yeah, he hasn't pit. Everybody else who is still in this race has pit. So yeah, Sainz is guaranteed to be in last place when he pits. No! We were so close on making that work. Oh. Okay, we're past Perez. Doesn't matter how we do it, we've done it. Yeah, the hard tires don't feel great at all, but I'm using as much ERS as I can. As you can see though, we're losing a lot of time to Leclerc and Verstappen already. I mean, don't get me wrong, I know that there's a pace difference between the Red Bull and the Ferrari already, but damn. Oh, Perez has been overtaken by Alonso. What happened there? The only thing I can think of is maybe Perez went for the overtake on me and I closed the door, which allowed Alonso to pass him. And there you go. Sainz is finally going into the pits on lap 15. Maybe he goes for the softs at this point. I don't know how long they last around here. That's going to put him right at the back of the grid. Once again, Sainz getting it all wrong in terms of strategy. He did the same at Bahrain, and now it's going to be a battle between Verstappen and Leclerc, very reminiscent to literally the last race. Charles Leclerc did actually win that one, so we'll see if Verstappen can claim his victory here at Jeddah. Perez is now 2 seconds ahead of us. Hopefully our ERS usage and straight line speed can keep it that way. I mean, again, we are going to lose time in sector 1 and this corner, just because we're just so bad there. If we do lose time to Perez, hopefully Perez can gap Alonso and doesn't bring Alonso with him. Because if he does, then that's just more people we need to fight. All right, on that last lap, we actually went a bit quicker for the first time in a while. So it's like a cat and mouse chase between myself and Perez right now. So we need to keep on the pace of that last lap if we can. Any sort of time loss, and that's going to hurt us quite a lot. All Perez really needs is to get into our DRS. He doesn't need to gain a heap ton of time. Well, he's gained a ton of time on us, and now he's pretty much within our DRS range. I don't know, it's going to be hard to fight him for 3 laps. We've got to try our best and use our ERS as best as we can, but I don't know. I don't know if we can do this, guys. I think it's going to be a P4. I'm a bit pessimistic on it, but it is a Red Bull we're talking about here. Okay, here we go. I have to battle with him for 2 laps whilst he has DRS. Can we do it? Who knows? This is super tense though. I don't know if he's got the straight line speed even with DRS to handle us. Or maybe he does. He's gonna go around the outside. Gonna have to brake late. Show him the long way around. Got on the power early. And there you go, he gives up. We actually got DRS for that time. That's beautiful. That means we don't need to use our ERS. The more ERS we have, the better. There we go, guys. We've got 2 laps to try and keep this man behind us. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it, but if we can have laps like that, then yeah, I'll keep having them all day of the week. Sainz has got the fastest lap. He's coming through the field. Don't know where he is right now. We're going to use our ERS out of that exit. Try and build up the acceleration process. There goes Perez. We're going to do the exact same to him. We're going to show him the long way around. We're going to get on the power earlier. We've got DRS once again. We're doing the perfect defend game. We're defending like we're Fernando Alonso. Like a lion right now. It's lap 25. All we have to do is just do that one more time. And we've got ourselves a podium. Make sure we use our ERS out of that corner. Get the acceleration. Process as quick as possible. Perez, he's already looking to go around the outside here. He's gonna go around the outside once again. We shift down to 3rd gear. We get our foot on the throttle. And yes, we've done it. We've done it. We've done just enough. We've got the podium. Max Verstappen takes the win. Charles Leclerc in P2. And Nyck De Vries in P3. Let's go.
Excellent drive. The team have worked to especially hard this weekend, and this is a fantastic reward.
You know what? Let's watch this podium celebration since our boy is on there. Look at that. Are you gonna see an AlphaTauri on the podium this season? I'll let you guys be the judge of that, but in this career mode series, you already have. Okay, I mean, after that race, that was super intense between myself and Sergio Perez. We managed to get the podium, keeping our P3 position. Yuki Tsunoda, P11, he did move up a couple of places. I'm hoping that the safety car helped with that, but still no points from him. So yeah, I don't know if this is going to turn into a battle of me versus maybe the Alpines and potentially even the Mercedes as well. I think we're even doing better than the Mercedes right now. In terms of points, just solely off of my performances. But it could be me versus the Alpines or Mercedes rather than me versus Tsunoda for this one. I'm not going to lie. We'll see where we are in the standings right now real quick. We are currently in P3 with the same amount of points as Sergio Perez with 25 points. So yeah, we have more points than the Mercedes drivers. We don't have... Actually, I think we've got the same amount of points as the Mercedes and the constructors. Oh, we're a couple of points off. But yeah, guys, what a race. So far it's been nothing but goodness for us, so I fully expect things to go horribly wrong in the next race for us. But right now we're living on a high. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Make sure to smash the like button if you enjoyed it. See you guys.